any further ado, let us welcome Adam Sanford to the program as we give him a very warm welcome. Adam, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you for having me and push in your videos and your live streaming, and I'm happy. Really love what you do, and it's a good platform to involve home, especially for those that can't be there in person. So work, keep it up, and let's see what happens tonight. Let's have some fun.
Yes, yes. So it's going to be a wonderful conversation. There's a little bit of a delay with your internet, but we're going to work through it and we're going to have a great conversation this evening. So we're looking forward to hearing all about your journey with the West Indies cricket team. But before we get started, just kind of tell us about your upbringing in Dominica, where you grew up, and what life was like for you growing up in Dominica.
Oh boy, wow. All right, so let's take a trip. Let's take a trip now. We're gonna take a trip now to Kalinago territory as we know it now, formerly known as Carib Reserve, Salibay. Well, growing up in the country, it's beautiful. Let me put it that way for starters. It's only cricket that's playing, and at a level you wanna succeed in. I mean, there are different sports. Growing up, I had the opportunity to play basketball, table tennis, volleyball, soccer to an extent. But at some point, you got to understand, choose which one that's going to work for you down the road. You don't know exactly which one it will be. And I chose cricket, and I guess I did what to do. And God blessed me with that talent and that health and strength to see me through. So still here, so I can talk about my past and encourage some people. Difficult challenges, I must say. I mean, coming out from the country and playing cricket for Dominica, for Windward Islands and West Indies. It never got challenges, for sure. I had a few in Dominica, but see past that again, it's like you're on a mission, and you have that drive and that passion, so you go for that. And I give thanks. I'll continue to give thanks for cricket, for where it have taken me, the places it have, and the opportunities it have given me. And I'm hoping at some point, somewhere down the road, I can do the same for some people, some kids, some youths down the road. So again, it's about being thankful in that opportunity.
Yeah, so before we even talk about getting to the West Indies team, let's just stay in Dominica. So you said at one point you had to pick a particular sports to play and you picked cricket. So were there any particular training programs at the time in Dominica, or was it just playing after school? What was the training process like that got you to the level where you qualified to be in the West Indies cricket team?
Well, the truth is, I'm forever thankful for me. There are people that you watch play, love the game. I remember at one point there were only like one coach from somewhere in town that would come up with me once a week to give sessions in the Carib Reserve and Kalinago territory. But I think it all came down to the amount of cricket play, because the truth is, no, I don't know how to put it. I mean, I could say it how I did it. I would play cricket wherever I get the opportunity to, especially in Kalinago territory. I mean, lunchtime, I'd play cricket. Morning before school bell ring, after school we're playing cricket. So you end up playing cricket just because you loved it. You end up loving it because that's all that was there to do. I mean, you will here players would play soccer, table tennis to a lesser extent, but you would see we call it a coconut bat. Coconuts that we started on. It's something. It's not like you get up and there's a set program where you're gonna be bowling today, you're gonna batting today. In one day, you get to the physicals, you get to the bowling, batting, you get the whole works.
Yeah, so I think what I'm hearing you saying is that, there were actually no other distractions. So what you did was play cricket because, now we have so many distractions with TV and the internet and our cell phones that can distract us. But for you, a lot of it was just that there were no distractions. So you played cricket morning, noon, and nights.
You again, it comes down to wanting something at an age where you go for it. I mean, there are distractions, yes, right now, but it comes down to you loving something and wanting something. Yes, the
Yes,
distractions
yes.
are there, but you say if I want to play marbles, you will find the time to play the marbles. Put this cell phones aside, the television aside, and go and play marble. You make time for that. Like you said before, there was so we definitely buried ourselves in watching TV. Say that's
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah, absolutely. Now, did you have your eyes set on the West Indies cricket team? Was that your goal, or did you get discovered and ended up in the West Indies cricket team? So, did you have that goal? Your eyes were set on the West Indies cricket team?
Yeah, the truth. I thought, in our young days, up to today, I was talking to a friend of mine today. Yeah, you know, we make wishes, growing up. And I remember clearly I was like 13, 14, and we were watching cricket somewhere on TV. I remember Ian Bishop. I'll never forget that day. Ian Bishop came up on the screen with his name and his age came up on the screen. I'm like, one day I'm going to be like this. I was
Wow.
like 13,
Yes.
13, 14. And I mean, I was, you see, when you're young, you don't know what can happen down the road. But like you say, you plant a seed, and I did plant that seed. And I remember playing against New Zealand in Grenada. And this is actually when it actually hit me, like, you're actually playing for West Indies. But then I had already played against India, other teams, but the reality really hit at that time when I actually saw my name, that picture, it threw me back when I said, I want to be like this. It's like you discover, I think you had a passion, you followed, you have a dream, you follow that dream, and it took me going to Antigua to make that dream, to fulfill that dream, and I got to give thanks to the coaches itself, the people that supported me through that
Yeah,
journey.
yeah. Yeah,
So
so I still want to
it takes
stay
time.
on. Yeah, I still want to stay on your training. So you were playing cricket in the Kalinago territory. You played lots of cricket in the Kalinago territory. But then did you get any additional training? So what was the next phase? You went from the Kalinago territory and did you go straight into West Indies cricket, or was there a junior league? Tell us about that.
Back a lot of cricket at the level, and I'm praying that at some point in Dominica, in West Indies, set up that level of cricket, that standard, or that structure will come back at some point, because when I played cricket for Dominica, well, I played for my school, primary school, and then I went to school in town, and then I
Okay.
represented Dominica County High School, and then from there represented, I think it was a first division team. So it was us, and I think that up to in this day and age, I still think that there's a lot of talent coming from the Kainago territory. But the
Oh yeah.
journey, the challenge you have, the challenges you have to come from Kainago territory to go to gardens or go back and train, then you have to go back to Kainago territory. If you're familiar
Right.
with Dominicans are familiar with with that drive, because I
Yeah.
remember one year on the 19th trial, myself and my cousin Abel, we went down for trials. We went down after school. We went down, and then it was like 7 p.m. in the night, and we were in bed. back road, trying to get right to go back. So I know it's something, now it might be easier, more vehicles, but back then it was a challenge. But I guess if you want something, it's the sacrifices you make to get that. It comes at a price.
Yes, absolutely. And hopefully by now we have better options in terms of getting kids to and from training programs that can lead to future success. Because you ended up turning this into a career. You ended up turning cricket into a career. So if anybody's just joining us, we're speaking to Mr. Adam Sanford, who went from Dominica all the way to West Indies cricket. And we're very happy that he's taking some time out to just tell us about his journey and to tell us about some of his challenges and his successes. So walk us through, Adam, that whole process of how you got noticed by the West Indies cricket team when you first started hearing that you were up for consideration to be. What year was it? What did you experience? Just tell us all about that experience for you.
Yeah, well, you know, some things happen in life, and we sit back and we cry about it and we pray about it. I mean, like now I can stay here and say, you know what, I am happy the way things happen, because I still believe that maybe if I was in Dominica, chances I would have made it to West Indies. Yeah. And moving from Dominica to Antigua is a dot. I think in life we have dots; they are connected, so we have to go through that phase. You know, go through that stage, so we do that. And I think moving to Antigua was one of them. I mean, I consider that now, but at the same time, it took a lot of work to make it happen. And I think that when God has a plan for you, He has a plan for you, and He sees it through. And I'm having experience from West Indies, playing for Antigua, for Leeward Islands, and then for West Indies. I think everything was just how would I say, a ladder. You have to go through. You do not do. You move on from one step to the next. And I still think that I believe that even if when I went to Antigua, it took me 3 years plus before I played for West Indies. I think that's the process. You have to go through that process. And too many times I think in life we try and skip step to jump to step and then realize you must come back to that step further. So right. I mean, like I said, it's easier said than done. I've done it. I did it. So I can talk about it like that. So that's one thing. But again, it took a lot of work. It did take a lot of work. I mean, I was a police officer in Antigua.
Oh, were you?
I was, and I remember in the morning I would pack my gear bag. I would pack a bottle of water, a nice water, and I would go into practice, go to nets, and bowl for hours.
Wow!
And if someone wanted to come and bat, they would bat. I would bowl because I believe in putting in the work. I believe that if you really want to succeed, whatever you do, you must put in the work. Too many times you find people sit and say, you know what, this is not happening for us. That is not happening for us. It's just because we don't take the time off to put in the work. You know. And when I say the work, I mean it's not just what I'm going to do today from training and just bowling and batting, because you can be the best, have the talent, the ability, but you got to have a strong foundation. And I think this, and I give thanks again, because I remember at a very young age, my good friends in Agro territory, we would run, and you would use concrete weights to exercise. You know, and these are the things I think I cherish. Yep.
Wow.
I remember break it down nicely. The needle tin, the big needle tin.
The needle tin, I know that. In the middle. We all know what the needle tin is.
Yes. So these are the things, you know. at the time, you don't know what you prepare, but there's a preparation for something. We never know what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing with us, Adam. So, if you're just joining us, Adam Sanford, West Indies cricketer, is telling us about his journey, and he's telling us about how he did not let obstacles get into his way, that they used concrete weights and needle teams in the Kalinago territory to work out, and they would run and they would use anything that they had access to be able to work out and to be able to train for sports in Dominica. So, Adam, you said you went to Antigua and you stayed in Antigua for 3 years, and you played. It was the Leeward team at the time that you played for.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So tell us.
again, I sit back and I remember in 19. Let me just take the transition from Dominica to Antigua.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, first of all, we in 1997, I played for Windward Island, which is Dominica, St. Lucia, or the islands, 4 islands with them.
Mm-hmm.
I never got a game. I guess I wasn't good enough. I was good, but clearly I wasn't good enough. So I never got a game. So I remember in 97, a friend of my mom's, she said I could come to Antigua and spend some time. So I said, okay, I'll take a trip, go to Antigua. I went up there, and then for 2 weeks, I remember one friend, his name is Victor Samuel, played Antigua, too. And he heard my name. I spoke to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I know your name. You played for Leeward, for Windward." I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "And what are you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm on vacation, So he tell me what you got, because he could bat, eh? He's a batsman. He said, "Can let me see what you got?" So we went on concrete strip, and I bowl a few. He's like, "Wow, that's impressive." And then from there, an inspector of police came and he saw me, and he's like, "You should be a good police. Why don't you join the police force?" I'm like, "Police?" I'm like, "It can happen." He said, "Okay."
Wow.
So he took me to the police station. There was one day, and we started talking, and saw me, my height, my size, and they're like, "Okay, cool. You could be one of us." And then a cricketer came, and he's like, "You are Adam Sanford?" "Yeah, I'm Adam Sanford." At that age, at that time, I just played for Windward Island, so the name cricket is a big thing. So I know the name, so yeah. So that'd be a good. So his exact words were, "You'll be a addition to this cricket team." So I said, "Okay." So I went through the process, and the exam. I had to go back to Dominica, get a police report, that, and then I went back. So while I was in Antigua, I got a call from Dominica saying there's a ticket for me to go to and join the Windward Island team in Jamaica.
What?
So my words were, that ticket can stay right there.
Yeah. Wait, you turned it down?
Yeah, because I think, they said there's a ticket down there for me to join the team in Jamaica. So I said, you know what? I'm not coming back. Just like that. I said, I'm not coming back, because I think it was a level of frustration because of what happened in that same year, the level of frustration. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna. I stayed there, and that's it. But again, same challenges, and I'm trusting that the system is stopped. That type of thinking mentality changed now, because it's pray it stop one day. That you are not Antiguan, I cannot pick you in front of Antiguan other Antigans. So that was one of the fights I had. But again, when something is for you, it's for you. You just have to keep going. You got to keep fighting, and I did that.
Yeah. So
I played, and during that time, that free.
Yeah, I just wanted to recap what you were saying, because there's a little bit of a delay. So I just wanted to recap for the audience that you actually went to Antigua on vacation, and correct me if I'm wrong. So you went to Antigua on vacation. Someone recognized your name from play. A few people recognized your name from playing Windward's cricket. then a police sergeant or the head of the police department saw you and say, hey, your size, your build, you will make a great police officer. And at the same time, you were being recruited for cricket. So it seems like going to Antigua just blew the door wide open for you.
Yeah, I could say that. I could confidently say it did.
And then in the meantime, you're turning down the ticket to Jamaica? What was your plan with that?
Yep, I sure did. I sure did. Now you see,
So
I
tell us
mean,
the rationale.
some young person would be excited about. Yeah, some people might be excited about playing, going back and play for or you getting a trip. But I don't know, at that age, I was like, I guess again it came down to frustration because you saw what happening and you're just like, you know what? Yeah, I tend to find something else, do something else, and I did that. Yeah.
So then you went from Antigua to playing for the West Indies cricket team officially? Is that the transition?
No, well, from Antigua, you play for the Leeward Islands then, and then if you're good enough, then you play for West Indies. The West Indies would call you, and then you play. That's what I think. In 2001, that was my first class again, because I played my first class season in 2007. So yeah, 2000 and what was it? 2002, 1997. I had a 3-year break. So 2001 was actually when I actually played first class again. And then
just
that
just tell us about that call. I mean, were you excited? Were you nervous to be in the big leagues?
Yeah, nervous, no. Excited, yes. And
starstruck.
Surprisingly, that that call, when that call came, I was in Dominica, When that call came to play for West Indies, I was in Carinago territory when that happened. So I remember playing him for sorry, yeah. him. He came and he's like, you got selected for the West Indies team. You get selected. When it comes to cricket in Carinago territory, Fonso Barry, any stats you want on cricket, you call him. He'll give that to you. He came, we were playing a game, and he came and said, you for West Indies team, and then I was like, wow. I was wow with excitement, but at the same time, it's like, do the work, you put in the work. You got the most wickets in the first class season. You're expecting to get some call about something. So when it came, I was like, yeah, it was a good feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good feeling.
And then the thought of leaving your family, leaving your home, where did you move to when you joined the team?
Well, I was living in Antigua, so family were so I was away from them for a while because I left and went to Antigua. So family was pretty much left in Dominica, and I was in Antigua by myself. So just doing what you got to do. I mean,
right.
It's what it is.
Yeah. So were you starstruck to meet any of the other team players?
Nah.
Oh,
No,
good for you.
No, not really.
Good.
No, because you see, the thing is, when you get called for West Indies, you have already met your players, your teammates, because you play with them through first class season. You play with them through this. So when you get called, yeah. So when you get called, it's just that you're part of that league now. We have a team meeting, we have the whole shebang, and yeah. And then to me, it's like, when you play at the highest level, you play with people because you're at the same level now. We are playing that level, so we are at the same level. So it's not a matter of like, this is Simone. best player over there, so we know her, you know. So it's not nothing like that. So it wasn't. I wasn't. That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Be
Yeah, because you're already familiar with them. Yeah, we know that you're not the first Dominican to make it to the West Indies cricket team, but were you the first person from the Kalinago territory?
Yes, yes, as a first indigenous. It's
I
called,
think
at
I
least
think
said
in,
I'm the
in
first
is it
true
is
West
it in
Indian.
I think
So
it's in the
yeah,
Caribbean, right? The first indigenous in the Caribbean.
yeah, I think so. You know, I'm not
Yeah, I think
sure.
I
I
read
have to go
that.
on Google.
I read that. Yeah, so huge
Okay,
accomplishment.
I'm sorry. The feedback on the internet is yeah,
Yeah.
but hey,
Yeah, we're working through it. We can still hear you.
you like okay, that's nice. As long as you're hearing me.
So what did it feel like being the first
Okay, so I
indigenous
want to
person to
say
make
good
it to
night to
West
my.
Indies?
It was a good feeling. It was a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I must say. You again, it
Mm-hmm.
comes to you put in the work and you make your people proud. You know, you make yourself proud and make your island proud in the process. You know, so you go out and you actually
Mm-hmm.
again representing. You know, you're trying to carry yourself or do
Mm-hmm.
what you know is what is right, what is best for yourself and for your people.
Right, absolutely. So tell us about your travel. Where the places you traveled to, you got to visit, you got to play.
Okay, I could tell you places I haven't traveled to, make it a lot easier.
Oh, it's, excuse me. I stand corrected.
Yeah, you
Very
know,
impressive.
cricket. Yeah, cricket, man. I will always be forever thankful for cricket.
Mhm.
Have taught me a lot of lessons, and a lot of good relationships.
Mhm.
I have created for cricket, and I'm thankful for that.
Mhm.
Um, you know, still be able to play. I'm
Mhm.
very thankful. You know, and
Mhm.
yeah, my wife right now is very supportive of me, even now, continue to play and give me that support. I'm really thankful
Mhm.
for that. I mean, end of the day, she don't have to do it, but she does it with a loving, caring heart, and I'm very for that.
Mhm.
Um, places I've traveled,
Yes,
um,
please.
England, uh, South Africa, India, Pakistan.
Hmm.
I'm starting far. I'm coming close now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Dubai, and yeah, you know. In the Caribbean, well, I think a lot of the islands, so I'm just gonna say the Caribbean.
Mhm. Mhm. And then just
Yeah,
tell us what are you
I've pretty
most
much
proud
traveled.
of? Your most
I mean, there are so many proud of, you know, cricket-wise, cricket in
Mhm.
terms of, I mean, on the field itself, there are proud moments on the field which I'll forever cherish and um, keep that dear to me. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
I think I'm very proud of my wife. Yeah,
Mhm.
when I say she's my rock, like, yeah,
That's nice.
she's the one that really like. There are times when I'm like down, and you know what, it's cricket thing, man. She's like, no, but what are you gonna
Mhm.
do? You love cricket. Why give it up? Because you love it. You know.
Mhm.
I remember when I left the Caribbean, to come to the US, I gave up everything. I
You
gave up. I say,
did.
this is it for cricket. Yeah, I am. That's it. Not playing cricket anymore. That's it.
Mhm.
And then less than 3 months in the US. I was back at full speed ahead. And she was the one who was like, you know what, I think you should continue your cricket because I know you love cricket.
Yeah.
I can see that, and you should continue to do what you love. So for giving me, for pushing me and encouraging me.
And just tell us how you're still involved in cricket.
So, but again, I'm pretty much I'm a lot involved in cricket over here in the US. I play for different teams in Florida right now. I still get calls to travel within the US to play. I still do that. Still coaching here in the US. I think that with the talent and you have the talent, God give you a gift. I think you should use it. And if it means coaching and training some young kids to follow the dreams, you can do that. And I'm doing that. I'm very thankful that I'm getting the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's just sad when we look at the talents of people like you, and we know that sports is not taken that seriously in Dominica. So any advice on that front in terms of just seeing sports as a career path in Dominica? Because it's so unfortunate that even today, and you did this back in the late 90s, the early 2000s, but even today, there is not a clear path to just harness the talents, the raw talents of folks like you and others who are talented in basketball, in soccer. There's no clear path for them to create a career out of their passion.
You know, while that is true, you know, we tend to forget we the individuals have to push. We have to show that we want it. You know, I mean, while the administrators or people in charge of different sports and stuff like that have to do their work in terms of doing what they have to do, we on the other hand, we have to show we still want to play the game, whichever game it is, basketball, football, soccer, table tennis, cricket, which we love. And while you know what, there's no structure in Dominica for cricket, so I'm not playing cricket. But if you don't show that you love cricket, or a team or three teams play cricket and love it, then the admins will say, you know what, no one love play cricket no more, so there's no need to have a structure or put something in place, you know. And there are leagues in Dominica, tournaments in Dominica happening. I still think that, and I will continue to say that I still believe that the Kainago territory, that there's a whole lot of talent out there in terms of cricket. And I'm praying that the people in charge of cricket in Kainago territory and the Dominica Cricket Association should work together because at the end of the day, we get in positions because we feel we love the game and we can contribute to the game. I still believe that if they work together, cricket in Dominica will be a force to reckon with. I know once upon a time we used to say cricket is from the West Coast, but things are changing. The times are changing. I honestly believe that the crop of cricketers right now, if given the opportunity to come from the Kainago territory, I have no doubt about it. I still believe that it will take time. Players, admins will have to work together to make it happen. I still, Dominica is small, and everyone loves cricket. And if you have a league going on in Kainago territory, and people know about it, people will come and support cricket. And I just wish that at some point, maybe the Dominica Association along with KSL will see it what it is, and let's work together because people love cricket. No matter where it's played, people love it, and it can only get better if we work together.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, since you has there been anybody else from Dominica who's made it to the West Indies cricket team?
Yeah, we have Shane Shillingford. Shane Shillingford played a few tests for Kavem now that is in, I think he's in St. Lucia now playing, ready to play a series coming up. Wishing him all the best, you know. So, like I said, there are talent. There are talented players down there. But again, it's just getting the right combination of people working together to make the cricket what it's supposed to be. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, I believe in whatever we do, cricket should be the winner at the end of the day, and that's what it's supposed to be.
Absolutely. And I want to take some of the comments from the Facebook Live because a number of persons have stopped by to say hi. We have Michelle Green who says, hello, Queen. Hey, Michelle, how are you? We have Glenda, blessed evening. Let's see. We have Deshaun, fantastic sounds, who said, yes, my brother, Adam Sanford. So he's bigging you up. Tina is listening. Let's see, just take a couple of comments from the well wishers on the Facebook Live. So we have Deshaun. I still remember that match in Trinidad when you dismissed the little master Shashin, Ted Dolka, and have the likes of Rahul Dravid and company. Tell us about that. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I think these are one of the key moments in my career. I think you see Sachin Tendulkar right now, he's the god of India cricket, and yeah, he's one of he's right, a little master himself, you know. So we play in Trinidad, West Indies Trinidad against India for first ball duck, and I think everyone keep talking about it up to now. So that was one of the good old days, you know. So and Dravid, well, getting Dravid out was a big thing. He's a big thing because he is the wall of India, the Great Wall. So to get past that and get him out is another big feat. So yeah, good times.
Yeah, good times, good memories. And then we have Marshall Lawrence who says, thanks for making us proud as West Indies player. Lex says, Sanford, good evening, family. That's Lex August. Beverly Johnson is watching from California. Peter Dover listening from Toronto. LaRoche, good job. Pusla El Gato, good to see you, bro. Proud to have played on a youth level with you. Big up. And Philip is watching, and Alec Challenger, great program. Thank you, Alec. Yeah, so great comments coming in for you, Adam. So you have any final thoughts as we get ready to wind down?
Yeah, you know, again, I want to give thanks to the Most High for blessing me, the strength, the health, you know, to do that. Family support, always strong, always good. You know, like I said, I'll continue and always be thankful to my wife for being there, supporting and
absolutely
encouraging. You know, the fans out there, which I don't see much of or hear much of. I know they're waiting for something, they're expecting something, and we're working on something. You know, we have myself, my wife and myself. We are on my cricket management group. We are busy working with the Kainago Premier League right now, trying to promote and get them some assistance some way somehow. So you know, I mean, while you don't hear or see much of my wife or myself, my wife, she is behind the scenes doing what she does, you know. And the rest of my management group in St. Martin, Donna, Michelle, Shauna, Shama, the rest of the crew down there, continue the work we're doing down there. And we want to, you know, we did some stuff in St. Martin, and it worked out well. And we're going to do something in Dominica. I know that you might hear some of it, which is honoring the legends. This is one of the big plans we have for sometime this year to honor the legends. And when I say the legends, I mean the people that made me fall in love with the game. So we want to recognize them for setting the trend. You know, I know too many times we tend to wait and people are dead to say this person was a good person, and we didn't even give the flowers while they're alive. And we're working on that. So, and we're doing some work. So sooner or later, you never know. back in your program to talk about it, you know, give you
Yes,
some feedback.
I was thinking the same thing that I look forward to having
Yeah.
you and your wife. I've been on your Facebook page. You have a beautiful wife. So I'm
Thank
looking
you very
forward
much.
to hearing more about what you will do. And speaking of family, I cannot end the live without shouting out your cousin, who's a very dear friend of mine, Beverly.
Yes, I know she's
Beverly,
listening somewhere.
yes, she should have been here, but she got a little one, so she's probably attending to them. But she's a very dear friend. I've known her since, God knows when. So I have to give a very special shout out to her because I have to tell you, she was so proud when we were in college in Dominica. She would always be talking about you and your accomplishments. So we're super proud of you, Adam.
Thank you very much. It's nice to know. It's nice to know.
Yes, and we have
Yeah.
Alec who says, listening from St. Croix, I love the phrase togetherness is key. In spite of Mr. Sanford distance, he's still passionate about cricket in Dominica. So Adam, I'm looking forward to everything that you have planned to support cricket in Dominica and anything you would like to promote. Please feel free to let me know. I get about 25 to 40,000 visitors to my page every month. So if you ever want
Nice.
to promote anything, I will be more than happy to join you in this venture. So thank you for being with us.
All right. Thank you. You're welcome. It's nice being with you. Have a good night
Yes,
now.
yes. So for everyone who's looking at the Facebook Live, I want to thank you for being here with me this evening for another Push Past 10 Oasis session where we come, we relax, we enjoy a great conversation with an inspiring guest, and we just spend some time enjoying some great conversation and interacting with everyone. And I want to thank everyone who will share this program, will share what Adam Sanford is trying to do for Dominica and especially for the Kalinago territory. So don't forget to share the live, share the video, and don't forget to follow Push Past 10 if you're looking for a place to simply come and relax at the end of the day. After 25 years of being in psychology, I certainly know the benefits of preserving your mental health, of keeping peace of mind, and just having an opportunity to distress at the end of the day. So that's what we try to do. We try to have a great conversation where we can just relax, kick our shoes off at the end of the day and just relax. So I want to thank you for being here and I want to thank you for your support. Don't forget to follow Push Past 10 for even more programming as we continue to promote our people, promote our businesses, and promote our culture. So you have yourself a wonderful evening. Let's make sure I'm not leaving anybody's comments out. Glenda Lugay says, great program. Matthew Mills says, big bro, St. Martin is watching. So again, thank you for your comments and thank you for your feedback, and you have yourself a wonderful evening.